It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll see the rookie from Pitt, Kenny Pickett. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Steelers and the Colts.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall pick from a couple of drafts ago, former Clemson Tiger Trevor Lawrence. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 carries, 76 yards.
And only 7 carries in last week's game, and I just don't know how any runner can really get loose and feel like they're into the game with that few carries. You've got to get that number up to around 15.
Second down, another run with Taylor. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
On first down, Lawrence trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Again, it's Lawrence. Touchdown! Michael Pittman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now we get our first look at the hometown kid, rookie Kenny Pickett from the University of Pittsburgh, as he leads the Steeler offense out for their first possession. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 18 carries, 78 yards. And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back. The first carry down for Benny Snell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack, or they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't it?
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down to about the 35, 2nd down. Six 0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Ready?
Lawrence on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Lawrence. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robbie Anderson. 60 yards, and they are able to add on to their advantage. This time, the extra point up and good, and the lead now stands at 13. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. Gets around him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. To throw again on 2nd down, Pickett. And his throw here is incomplete. Certainly feared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target,
falls incomplete.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the handoff, Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I'm surprised that they ran it there, but the end justified the means, I guess.
Both of us are surprised that they ran it there. The NFL is not a league where you run the ball on 3rd and that much yardage. I like their fortitude in the call, though. They had something that they saw.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Harris running straight ahead. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chops this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run again with Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. On the give, this is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, here's Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Going to run the toss here to Harris. Shifts past him at the 45. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively. Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable two-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come in a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play.
So that will overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 60 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Rolling to his left. And he's got his target. It's caught for a close touchdown. Albert O, a 24-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Lawrence. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now Lawrence to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10 here. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Pickett. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Christian Kirk, 42 yards. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Pickett now on first down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Pickett to throw on first down. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Pickett now from the gun here. Here's Freiermuth again. And they'll get this down to the 10. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Pickett. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. They hand this off to Harris. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. This likely a must-have. Third and goal. Pickett. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. 69 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Ahkello Witherspoon. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Pickett will look to throw it here. It's brought in by Harris. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pickett throwing again on 2nd down. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. On play action, Lawrence. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it's the right time to make that call.
One final shot for Pickett. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is running.